All right, to our talk segment this morning, the 8th edition of Kaduna International Film Festival is set to hold in the ancient city of Kaduna from August 26th to the 30th, 2025, with the theme Film for Social Change. As a result of this, filmmakers, actors, stakeholders, and cultural institutions have converged on Kaduna to explore the cinema's power and to inspire transformation across the society. Speaking during the press conference held at the festival secretariat on Thursday, the executive director, Kadif Israel Aldo, described film as one of the most powerful tools for shaping public consciousness and such urged creatives across Nigeria and beyond to use their talents as a vehicle for national reawakening. Aldo also revealed that the festival had received over 2,000 film submissions from more than 50 countries, with Uganda leading in the entry for the third consecutive year. All right, joining us for more on this conversation is the convener, Kaduna International Film Festival, Israel Aldo. Good morning. Thanks so much for joining us on the program this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you. Good morning.
Great to have you on the show. Walk us through the 8th edition of the Kaduna International Film Festival. What do we expect from this?
Okay, this year will be the 8th edition of the Kaduna International Film Festival, scheduled to take place this month, next week, from 26th to the 30th of August, with the theme Film for Social Change. And we're going to be having a lot of activities within the 5 days of this event, talking about film screenings. We are screening 198 films in Kaduna at Silverbird Cinema. We're also going to be having some master classes, which will be done by the veterans in the industry, thespians, the likes of Ejike Asiebu, Francis Duru. They'll be taking an active master class. We'll be having some panel sections that will highlight some issues that have to do with the creative industry, the theme for this year's festival, among other issues that has to do with the creative space. We're also going to be having the opening ceremony in the evening of the 26th of August, and also the closing ceremony, which will be more of the award night. We're going to be having some cultural nights, cultural displays, the festival exhibitions. We're also going to be having some networking opportunities. We are going on tourism within the 5 days of the event. Usually we go to different locations within the festival days. The places like the Kaduna Museum, Fifth Choka, Arewa House, the Zazao Palace. So these, among other activities, will be holding in Kaduna during the 5 days Kaduna International Film Festival, as we'll be hosting visitors from around the world. I think we have people who have already arrived from Nigeria, from the UK, from Cameroon, from Uganda, among other parts of the world, who will be converging in Kaduna from the 26th of August.
That sounds very exciting. I'm sure you probably can't wait for the event to start. But this year's theme is Film for Social Change, and it shows the cinema as a tool for not just entertainment, but also for transformation, education, national development. How can filmmakers balance in their storytelling, balance entertainment with storytelling and information and education?
Okay, you know, we have the creative space, mostly in Nollywood. People look up to the industry. People look up to Nollywood from around the world. Every day we do a lot of productions. When you go to, in the north here, when you go to Kano, every day you see productions taking place. When you go to Asaba, the same thing. When you go to Lagos, the same thing. And so using the theme for this year's festival, we're trying to address these issues that has to do with enough of the ritual movies in the industry, enough of the love stories in the movie space. For the north here, the Hausa film industry, enough of the portraying of a different culture, which is usually the Indian Bollywood industry. You know, most of the Hausa films, there is no how you will see a Hausa film without the dance in it, you know, and which is common with Bollywood movies. That is why you see the Hausa film industry and Bollywood have a lot in common. And we have been looking at how we can also collaborate between the Hausa film industry here in Nigeria and also Bollywood through the Indian High Commission in Nigeria. We want to see how films can be used to create social change and to send a message across. And we're working closely with different partners and collaborators to achieve this. And I will say we are making headway in terms of the stories we tell. This can only happen through film festivals where we can discuss issues and how the filmmakers, the critical stakeholders in the film space, that is the directors, the producers, so that they can be able to start telling stories that affect us as citizens of Nigeria, also affect us in our society, to begin to tell stories that make impact, to tell stories that affect issues, to address issues. And that is why the film festival is here, to discuss most of these issues and to seek ways we can forge ahead in telling our original stories. And when you look at the Oscars, they always look for originality. They always look for stories that resonate with that particular region.
Absolutely.
So I would say the industry, the film festival, are doing more in that area.
Absolutely. But we have to put you on the pause at the moment. We'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll still talk more about the film festival in Kaduna. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.
In the beating heart of Owerri, business never sleeps. From sunrise to sundown, the wheels keep turning. And behind the scenes, vision meets action. Governor Hope Uzodimma's leadership has turned manifestos into reality, transformations that feels like a miracle. But progress needs peace, and in Imo, it's not left to chance. From land to sky to river deep, guardians are watching, protecting dreams and opportunity. At Orashi's quiet shore, hydropower is rising, set to energize a growing economy. The change is visible. New roads emerge, industry hums, communities come alive. At the center, a digital revolution. 500,000 young minds trained each year to build the future. As Orashi rises, so does Imo and the hopes of a hard-working people. A new Imo is on the rise.
Convener Kaduna International Film Festival, Israel Aldo, is still with us in the studio this morning. Many thanks for staying the course of the program. Let me quickly bring this particular question to you. We have a lot of woods in the country, even outside the shores of Nigeria, from Asaba wood to Bollywood to Nollywood to Kannywood. How can we unite this wood and become one with a central theme that will preach about some of this societal change that you're talking about?
Okay, I would say when you go to other parts of the world and you ask of the film industry in Nigeria, they will tell you it's Nollywood. So globally, Nollywood is recognized as the brand name for the film industry here in Nigeria. But when you come to Nigeria, that is when you hear about the Kannywood, you hear about the Asaba wood and the rest of them. And the reason because we are divided across ethnicity, across culture, because when you look at for instance, the Kannywood film industry, there are things that you might see in the English film industry that you might not see, that you can't even see it in the Hausa film industry. For instance, maybe couples in the Hausa film industry, you can never see them kissing. So that there are boundaries, and which is part of their culture, the Hausa film industry, or the Muslims. It is part of the culture. So they always portray this culture in the film industry also. So so that is why you see there are boundaries when you look at the industry here in Nigeria, and that will continue to happen. We can only try our best to ensure that we come together to forge ahead in terms of for the common good of the industry and for our country. So when you look at culture, you look at religion, you begin to see most of these woods coming. And also maybe some people will feel they are not part of the space, they've been left behind, so they will not want to continue to be called the particular name that has been called generally. We have people in the north here, they feel that they are not being carried along with the Kannywood. So, for instance, in Kaduna, we also have what we call Kadawood, you know, in Kaduna.
It's a case of wood,
we also have people who feel... So we also have people who are in the north. Maybe, for instance, we have some people in Kogi, they will tell you they are not carried along. And they came up with another association called the Northern NFAN, Northern Film Association. So that has always been there. Issues have always been there. The only thing is for us to begin to address most of these issues through platforms such as film festivals and also summits, conferences, to see that we address them and have a common ground in terms of these issues of woods coming together. And also every day you begin to see more associations being registered in the industry.
Absolutely. It's a fine place to live it. Convener, Kaduna International Film Festival, Israel Aldu. Many thanks for joining us on the program this morning.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Well, talking about this Hood thing, very soon I will start Emmanuel Hood.
Yeah, and Theophilus to do it, not me.
And I have you as my producer.